Dah start
Okay, korang nyanyi Ini important.
Apa?
Global Village Packs is now on sale.
Global Village.
Priorities.
Cotton right.
It's winter, babe.
Aku start
Okay. Sila.
Sejati.
Tahu kan? Tahu lah.
Safiq punya ini vibe.
Sejati, itu yang kau ucapkan bila janjiku genggam bawah pohon Kamboja yang sekecil kita
Menanti di mahligai mainan. Kita bina bersama dari dahan yang rapuh.
Usia perangkap kita, wah, remaja kita tinggalkan, namun aku masih menggenggam janji. Take it away, Azmi.
Tinggal kenangan, gagal segala impian, tinggal bertanya arti sejati.
And yes guys, welcome back to TTTU episode 69. Nama saya Harun Anwar.
Aku Azmi.
Aku Syafiq.
Dan tetamu kita hari ini
Kahar.
Yes.
Oh, masih ada reverb sabar.
Ya, masih ada
sabar.
reverb.
Okay, thank you. Kata aku akan karaoke sampai habis episod ni.
Speaking of sejati kan.
Ya.
Aku punya
speaking.
Aku bawa wings lah. Shout out wings. Dulu aku
Kau bawa?
Yes.
Ui.
Double Trouble. Kau ingat dulu Double Trouble? Sejati dengan Wings dulu dah search dengan Wings Double Trouble after 30 years reunion ke apa. The one in Singapore, ex company aku when I was working there lah. Life Empire, kita bawa masuk ke National Stadium for one of the best experience lah.
Yes. Patut you doing events lah kan?
Yeah, I was doing
Dulu memang dah buat dah. Patutlah t-shirt pun macam collectible. Okay, yes. Let's recap first.
So episode sebelum ni kita episode 68 we were speaking to Kahar about his experience, how he went to DRC, kena sebat semua.
Kena sebat, bro.
Dahsyat 24 stroke habis semua sampai patah tu.
Tengah
Patah tulang.
ulat dawai, tulang besi.
Dia punya experience dengan silat, how he got into silat. Then as a draftsman daripada sekolah, then after that
Dia ada tattoo, jangan lupa dia tattoo.
the tattoo dia permanent tau. Ni permanent.
Permanent punya tattoo.
Since birth.
Lepas tu the go into a financial recruiter.
Recruiter.
Then after that from recruiter, then how he has to continue his story on how he comes to Dubai.
Yes. So how do you actually start this recruiting job thing since daripada finance?
Since from finance.
Yeah.
So I was headhunted by a headhunter to be in this position.
Okay.
The headhunter from where?
They headhunted me on LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
Yeah. So
From which country?
in Dubai or in Singapore?
From Singapore kan kau dapat?
Yes. So I started headhunting, or rather recruitment consultant job in Singapore.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were headhunted By a
headhunter
headhunter.
to become a headhunter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Orang Sabah, Sarawak.
Tak.
Orang Iban.
Ribet.
Itu yang
Tu kau kena sumpit ke?
Yeah.
Maafkan aku
jauh topik.
So you headhunted, and after that, how do you actually land your first job here? Macam that is the-
Okay. So being in that line of work, I met quite a number of a lot of successful people who lead companies, big enterprises, and etc. And one of my assessment is, for you to have to get a global portfolio, you need to work in a country which is not of your culture.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Understood.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Betul.
So Singapore being a hub, if you go and Google, look at all the managing directors of most of the multinationals, none of them, not all of them, most of them are non-Singaporeans.
Yeah,
True.
that's
Yes. Very
Because
true.
you are leading a global portfolio, hence you need to be able to adapt to different cultures,
Okay.
right? And how many Singaporeans have worked in a different culture in a different part of the world? So,
Yes, it's
so that makes me like think like, if I wanna climb out my career, I need to be like them. I need to work in places where it's uncomfortable.
Oh, yes.
So I started having this thought in 2020. So I was like, okay, how do I do this? So of course, I need to speak to my mom because I'm the sole breadwinner of the family. My dad passed away in 2010. So I was like, Mom, if I get an opportunity overseas, would you allow me to travel out? I mean, it's all local Malay. Mom, kalau hujan emas di negeri orang dan hujan batu di negeri sendiri, lebih baik hujan batu di negeri sendiri.
Hoi. Oh, pepatah.
You all learn
tu,
something today ya. Peribahasa ya.
Uish. Aku tak pernah dengar.
Aku
peribahasa
terus
tu.
cair, bro.
Kau tak pernah dengar ke?
Tak pernah. Serius aku. Serius.
Hujan batu di negeri sendiri.
Tak,
Hujan
tak.
emas di negeri
Negeri
orang.
orang.
Serius.
Siapa cikgu Melayu?
Cikgu dekat siglap
Siapa
tak?
ni?
Cikgu siglap tak?
Cikgu dia ke?
Cikgu suka main bola. Hari-hari cikgu main bola.
Itu aku dengar. Itu aku dengar.
Cikgu suka tidur. Mari kita main. Okay.
So pretty much in a way, Mom is indirectly saying no,
Okay.
right? So then every time during dinner, I will come and say that, Mak, grandfather arwah atuk ni semua merantau ke negeri lain. Kenapa saya tak boleh?
Okay.
Cool. You have to do your sales pitch.
Yes, your mother.
So like okay, most of my grandfathers, most of them are from Indonesia. So like 4th, 5th generation. So they migrated to Singapore.
What's your race?
Me, I'm Bugis and Boyanis.
Okay.
Boyan.
Boyan.
Kau apa?
Jawa.
Okey lah.
Okey lah. Serumpun.
Manja ya.
Yes. My mom side Jawa. My father side Melaka.
Pasal tu dia cerah.
Talking about Cerai, my dad side is Melaka, Cina.
Oh.
Yes.
okay,
But then when it comes to me, Spanish.
Bukan ke Melaka Portugis? Apa? Mana tu
Tak,
Spanish
aku
tak
darah Navas.
Are you Spanish or English?
Si.
Kau ada darah Hajar Fatimah dalam.
Yes. Hajar Rokia. Rock. Okay.
Don't learn from Hairul again. Don't learn.
Okay. Carry on.
But yeah, so it took me like just every time when I sat with my mom, I have to talk to her, like to influence her, let that sit in,
Yeah.
So one point in time, it was 2023 November. So I was prepared, like, okay, if I have an opportunity, where would I go? Dubai is one of my listing, and the other one is Jakarta.
Jakarta.
Yeah.
Jakarta.
Yeah, Hong Kong, I'm not too sure about the market. I mean, given the fact that you need to Cantonese or Mandarin speaking, I'm like, okay, that's not totally my territory. So I'm like, okay. And in 2023 November, a headhunter from Dubai reached out to me. So I took that opportunity. Instead of going for that job, I list the questions that I want to know to understand the dynamics of the market.
That's why kau telefon aku nak jumpa aku.
So
Okay.
So you were in the picture already.
No, haven't yet.
So from from that call, right, from that conversation, instead of a job interview, it's more of me getting more information.
Okay.
So
interesting.
as a talent specialist, how we make money is to placement. If you earn more, we make more. And yes.
Okay.
So we're like, there's always a joke in between us. We're like a legalized human trafficking.
Okay.
Actually true.
True.
You are selling the person. Kira
Yes.
macam agent football lah.
Agent football lah. Yeah.
Football
Tapi
agent.
kau masa tu you're doing for who? Like level apa? CEO apa?
Still same. Mid-level to senior level, CEO and so on and so forth. Yeah.
Okay, mid-level lah.
Yeah,
Mid-level like what kind of like position?
Manager, some people with basically from 3 years onwards.
3 years.
Yeah, 3 years of work experience onwards. So at that point of time, I was focusing more on tech startup, product managers, UI, UX, developer front end and back end. Yeah, but on top of that, I have all my business sales, sales director kind of experience added on. Yeah. So from the conversation I had with that lady, I was asking her on how much the fees that they were earning. So from the fees that they were earning, I can pretty much do a reverse engineering to understand how much people are earning in this part of the world. And just for you know, first in terms of salary, Riyadh is the highest paying salary in the whole world.
Because it's an emerging market.
Right? Yes.
Yeah.
Second is Abu Dhabi, followed by Dubai.
Okay.
Yeah.
Riyadh
Yes.
Surprisingly, yeah.
Yes. So anyone who moves from
Wait, how is it surprising? I mean, emerging market, you want more people, more skilled people to actually come there when I don't think it's as developed as Dubai.
But I don't know because from between emerging market, yes, you want to attract talent, but then the type of talent you attract needs to be of a certain caliber.
Yes.
Yeah.
all the
to
top
attract that, you have to pay more, no?
Yes.
Right, to a place like that.
Yes.
Unless it's macam Dubai is in Riyadh.
Yeah.
I mean, Riyadh is Dubai in a situation now.
Yeah.
I think you can afford to pay
It
lesser.
mellowed down. Yeah.
Slow down, yeah.
So yeah, and from one of the calls on that really ring me was when I was talking to the recruiter. I asked them, so you're just covering UAE or the whole of GCC? And then they say GCC. Okay. So my next question is, amongst all the GCC, which country is your most customers from? Then they say Saudi. And then say how many percent? 70%. I was like 70%. Oh wow, really? And what is their fees and salary range like? And then from there I get to find out. And
Ada orang macam demand lebih tak? Sorry.
Okay.
yes, demand. Yes, there is. There is people demand, but you'll be really surprised and like to see how much money the salaries are. It's like wow. And if you have an opportunity to be in Riyadh right now, because Riyadh is exactly what Hong Kong is. Beijing and Shanghai was going through in the early 2010, and then they are copying that kind of blueprint to duplicate it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
The emerging market because China was going to, as you said, EV market was going to the EV market. They are quite established kira sekarang. Riyadh is trying to do the same thing.
Yeah. Yes. And in fact, a lot of electric vehicle specialists are now based in Riyadh. All of them from China, from different parts of the world, from Germany whatsoever. They are moving to this company called SEER. SEER is a Saudi-based electric vehicle. So they've developed that kind of expertise and they're going through that. So it was really really interesting. So from then on, I'm like, okay, if this one company is looking for one hire like this, I'm sure there'll be a lot of companies based in Dubai doing the same. So what I did was I reached out to 50 companies on LinkedIn to the CEOs or to the senior managers, telling them I'm open to explore opportunity in Dubai. Here's my CV. And
You cold call yourself.
yes. So I cook on myself. So on the message, 50. So I reach out to 50 people with my CV, telling them I'm open to opportunities and I will be in Dubai within this time to this time. So
Okay.
so I fly in with my ticket. So at that point of time, I was telling myself, okay, let's go there for 2 weeks. Specifically, the first week is to do business meeting. The second week is for holiday. If I get it, I get it. If I don't get it, at least I go on holiday.
Okay lah. Okay.
So it's more of an investment, right? And then to my surprise, out of 50, 7 responded. 7 interview, 1 offer. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
Oh,
but this is what we actually touched on previously. Remember
Previously,
the Q&A, kan?
yeah.
Then that this lady
Yeah.
who wanted to ask how we
Yeah.
can actually meet people. I think this is a good example. You actually
Yes.
did your homework first, go and list out the companies, go and set
Yes,
out
yes.
interview, datang. Dapat, tak dapat, take it the holiday.
No,
Then
in this kind of case, you don't wait for the opportunity. You
Yeah.
create your own opportunity.
correct,
You
correct.
go and sell yourself to these
Yes.
people.
Correct.
That's
Yeah,
an interesting
good.
approach. I think that's a very good approach.
So the best time to fly in UAE, I would say during the Singapore Chinese New Year time, the flight tickets are quite cheap actually. Where everyone else is traveling up to
Aku
Hong
tak
Kong.
tahu lah, but if this is a fact, then okay lah.
Because I remember like my flight
Jangan,
ticket.
nanti Emirates tahu nanti during the period dia naikkan siap Emirates.
But yeah,
Emirates is not for you to hear. No, nothing for you.
so and it was an interesting for me. Like okay, so I don't have any overseas experience. I have no network, no nothing in this region, and plus I don't have no knowledge of this region.
Okay.
Right, so it was like a gamble, right? Okay, kalau dapat lah, kalau tak dapat, at least aku pergi holiday kat Dubai Dubai Seoul.
And you flew in by yourself ah, seorang.
Yeah, I flew in by myself, and then went for interview. And one of the thing I was really surprised when I interviewed with the company that hired me. So they asked me this question. So Kahar, when can you start? I was like, what? You're offering me now straight away?
Rezeki.
And then at that point of time, I was having the thought that I went in January. So they asked me when can I start. I was having a thought of June because I was still waiting for my HDB keys. So when they tell me why June, why so long? I just bought the property and I need to be physically there to do the
sign
sign
off,
off.
yeah.
Kan?
Yeah.
So I'm like, kau macam mana
That point in time, restu mak dah dapat belum?
Mak dah macam
Keluarkan peribahasa lagi satu. Peribahasa lagi satu.
Dia tukar beras tu. Dia cakap grass is greener on the other side.
mak macam like she's having a difficulty to like this is really happening, right? Because imagine a mom who is I'm the only son in my family. I have an elder sister.
Baru aku nak tanya.
Yeah. So like everything pasang-pasang ni, pasang-pasang tu.
Oh, you're the handyman.
I'm the handyman, and anything regards to legislation or whatever I will call
Semua
them.
lah.
So it's a bit hard for her to like, is this really happening? You know. So and yeah, mom, I'm going. You know, and she's like, oh, okay, you're really going. So as a mother, she has to like restu. You know?
Yeah.
Aku nak main lagu sedih, terus dia ketawa. Mana?
And thank God, like my sister is very supportive, and she's like, I think you should go forth, right? Like,
You need that.
You need the blessings of your family
Yeah.
to allow you to go overseas because blessings of the mom is very important.
Yeah.
Then once you will memudahkan lah. It was once you have the blessings, then your life will be easier.
Hati tenang.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your hati tenang, you won't be like thinking apa jadi, and your siblings as well.
Yep.
Same case for me. My mom was very macam
Hesitant.
apa? She wasn't hesitant. She was like, dia punya mindset is like, you go where your rezeki is.
Yeah.
So if your rezeki is here, then might as well you just go. The whole world is your playground.
Yes, your playground.
Betul.
Yeah.
That's why. That's what we can.
So yeah, and then my sister was very supportive. She was like, go ahead, you know.
She will take care of things back home.
She in a kind like, okay, for a guy, for the only son, especially for all men, to let go of mom, it's a bit difficult, you know. Like you're managing everything. But my sister was so supportive, just like, okay, no worries, I will manage. And even when I got my house keys, I was going through renovation. She said like, yeah, okay, I will help.
Oversee.
I will oversee the whole process and so on. So that really like help the whole I would say process. Yeah. So can you imagine when I got my house keys, it was going through renovation. I only managed to use the toilet and then that's it. Like aku dapat drama bila air.
Belum tidur pun.
Tidur.
Okay, Kahar, sorry Just want to go back to your job. Okay, the difference between you said that you did mid and senior level. Banyak tak difference dia punya what's called when people want to actually switch job ke apa and then they come you for help, you know. What is it that they need to do to prepare themselves to actually before like talking to you?
Yeah. So most of the time when people come to me, they don't know where they want to go. right? And first thing and foremost, you have to throw out your ego.
Okay.
Right. I mean, specifically in our culture, like when we want to talk about your salary and all of these things, it's something which is not really properly shared across. Right. It's like,
no transparency.
malu, muka, ni gerbak-gerbu and all this kind of shit. So it comes to the point where I've been in the line for coming to 10 years, and it's like, look, you want me to go in an easy way or difficult way? You tell me which sector, which function, I pretty much can guess what salary you're at. Right? Even to the point that one of my ex-colleagues, she was dating some finance guy, and then she asked me, hey, you work in the finance space, right? Banking, yeah. How much is this guy earning? I was like, okay, send me a LinkedIn profile, I can pretty much tell you.
The estimate
Salary
Estimate
estimator.
Yeah.
Aku make sure aku punya future wife doesn't have a friend who's a recruiter. Bang.
Itu tak apa, Rul. Asalkan kau tak ada profile kat LinkedIn, kau save.
Tapi aku ada profile kat Tumblr.
Tumblr ke Tinder?
Bukan kat Tinder. OnlyFans.
Musmatch tak ada Musmatch.
Salams. Okay.
But coming back, like what Hairul was asking, specifically between mid to senior level. Now, the senior guys at the CFO, at the CEO, and MD level, wow, they will tell me everything that I need to know.
They are over an open book.
Open book. And these guys have done it all, you know. Like the highest salaried guy that I ever spoke to was a managing partner of a McKinsey firm. His base salary was 700,000 Sing a year. Right.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's excluding his profit sharing or whatever not. So annually they are getting at least about 5 to 6 million.
Adakah nama dia Sherhan?
Yeah.
Dia bukan McKinsey, the McDonald.
Yeah. So like I've met like the cream of the crop of the guys.
Okay.
Right. So when you met the cream of the crop, and when all of this remeh-temeh guy come to you, you just kuciong.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you want to go the hard way or the easy way? So I've been through in cases where people talk to me in a sense like, oh, I'm this, I'm that. I was like, yes, I understand you're this and that. You want, I've placed your three levels higher than you. So you want to go the hard way or the easy way? Yeah.
So as a person who wants to put yourself out in the market, what advice would you give that as a person you need to be your mindset, your mentality, and what are the steps you need to take so that you are marketable?
Okay.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, coming from a Singapore context, you need to take off ada CBF tak?
That
Yeah.
mentality lah.
Small remeh-temeh things.
Yeah.
So the thing is like, okay, if you're from Singapore, you're moving to, let's say here in Dubai, right? It's a MENA region. MENA, or some people, they call it EMEA region, EMEA. So you need to ask yourself, do you have the regional experience in this region? So yes, you may have the technicality skills, but when you move to a new region, you need to unlearn a lot of things. Right? So if you have a high salary expectation, your billables have to be high as well. So is it realistic for you to come into a new place to bill X amount of hours to cover your operational costs? Yeah. So that's something that you really need to take in consideration. So it has to give and take. But if you ask me in my personal experience when I moved, yes, I have at least about, I would say, 25 to 30% increment of salary from Singapore moving to here. Right?
Yeah, I think that's a good gauge. That was my when I first got the job here. My base salary in Singapore and coming to here, the expected salary, I did that so-called markup 20 to 30%, which alhamdulillah they can provide. Then it makes sense for you to move.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. True.
So that's something you need to take in hand. But sometimes in certain, not all professions, some professions you have to take a subpar cut. But it's easy to come in more on doing sales versus an in-house position. Yeah. So this is something that you need to readjust. Yeah.
So for now, for your experience, you have been in the region for how many years?
Coming to 2 years now.
2 years. From your experience, this current market, what does this region needs most? Like what professions?
This region, pretty much tech is still on up.
Tech?
Tech is on up par. Of course, it comes across, okay, if you want to talk, let me start with pharmaceutical, yes, of course. Nurses is always much needed, right? I mean, recently I just completed a 1-year project in Riyadh. I was based in Riyadh. I was advising the Saudi government entity how to scale up their HR capacity. I was working with Economic City Zones Authority. That's equivalent to Economic Development Board Singapore.
Okay.
So I was hired to advise to scale up the whole HR function, and at the same time to design job description on a C-suite level down to an analyst level, and even headhunt subject matter experts globally to go internally, right? So I was tasked to do that. And I mean, meeting around, it's like there's a high number of, I would say, nurses which is needed in the region, right? The nurses is pretty much educational teachers as well. So there's a lot of this basic kind of positions. Because when you create a new city or a new economic city zone, you want people to come. You need school. You need hospital. Right. So these two main functions are there.
Okay.
And of course comes along with other kind of vertical market as well. Yeah.
So healthcare and education.
Yeah, healthcare is always much needed.
Alright, so this basically kirakan apa ni coverage for people who are from the mid ataupun senior level. Kau ada tak nasihat untuk adik-adik kita yang pendengar ni dan the younger ones who maybe they want to actually explore next time, you know, maybe in the MENA region. You know, you have any advices for them on how for them to prep?
So, I mean, typically when people finish their education, right? First thing first, I want to find a job. I want to find most graduates, for example, I want to find something which is 4.5 to 5,000. Right. The next question I ask them, like, what are you going to bring on the table for me to pay you 5,000, 4,000?
You have zero experience, no?
Right? Yeah, zero experience.
Yep.
Right. Okay, great. You have good GPA 4.0. How is that going to change my profit margin? Right. I even there was once I was interviewing a top GPA 4.0 student in NUS, and he wants to intern in a VC firm in Insignia Ventures. So I look at his grades like, wow, everything is 4.0. So the first question I asked him, what's failure to you?
Okay.
Right.
That's okay.
And he asked me why. Why I'm asking you this question? Because 99.99% of startup fails. So what's failure to you? Right. I mean, not saying that all of these guys are smart. These guys are really smart, successful in their business, but they still fail. So if you come from that background that, everything must be perfect for me to succeed, then this is not a place for you.
Right. Okay.
Right. So coming back, I mean, if you want to grow out, you need to start doing internships. Right. Internship in a sense that there's a lot of regional or internships out there in the market, in Australia, in Japan or whatsoever. I can give you an experience. When I was working for the French firm, the French has this program where all of their students, French companies have to get French graduates or doing the master's or bachelor program to work in their company for 6 months in a different country.
Okay.
So can you imagine talking to an intern? Oh yes, I've worked in Asia Pacific and I was helping recruiting C-suites for. Is that not remarkable to be on the CV? So they have that capacity, right? And we should do the same. You need to find internships in growing companies. Learn the groove, right? And not just coming in that, I expect a 5,000 salary. Okay, great. I can pay you even 10,000. What can you bring on the table in 6 months?
And just showing you, this is my papers, 4.0, and this is what I expect.
Doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything.
True.
So, I mean, like look at myself. Like, I'm just a diploma graduate, right, from mechatronics engineering, and I'm a headhunter now. Like,
Shabas.
So, yeah.
The meaning that doesn't mean your qualification will determine in the end what
So
you do.
what I've learned is, right, you don't be ego, you have to be upfront and tell people honestly what it is, your expectation ke apa. Apa ni, for fresh grads, you know, paper is important.
Paper
but
is
then,
important, yes.
Apa ni, internship, you know, experience is just as important. Okay.
Tapi kalau kau go up to somebody like Kahar, you better be prepared.
Yes.
Nanti he will ask you difficult questions.
Yes.
Make sure you can answer.
Yeah.
Kau tak boleh dia sebat no.
Yes. If I have the opportunity to talk to that guy, I'll tell him don't go to Kahar first. You go to other people first. You cannot, then you come back here. Yes.
Yeah, like I can share with you an example, right? So my elder sister, she used to be a makeup artist for runway models. Right?
Okay.
For editorial magazines.
But
and
my
all.
models all run away. Okay.
And elder sister, I mean, if you guys have elder sister, they're very egoistic, yeah, and they will never listen to their younger brother.
Yeah.
Right? So at some point, she reached out to me. You're a headhunter, right? You're a recruitment consultant. Can you advise me? It's like, okay. So she sat down with me. I tell her, throw all your ego aside. Now listen to me. So I asked her to write a few things, the things that she liked, the things that she doesn't like, and the things that you're really good at. And after writing all of this, I tell her, like, once we write all of this, you send it to me. I will revisit you and send it on an email so that we can think what you're good and what you're not good at. And sometimes the things that you don't like are the things that you're very good at, but you can make money. Right? A lot of people, aku suka nasi lemak, jadi aku nak buat nasi lemak. Tapi dia tak bagus buat nasi lemak. Dia buat apa kan?
Nasi lemau tu. Tapi dia
Yeah. So what happens was, after assessing, I tell my sister, like, okay, there's these two jobs that you can do. You can become an executive assistant, or you can become an art teacher. Right? Okay. Executive assistant, because you work in the fashion industry and you know how to do a certain kind of attitude where they need this kind of people to be the gatekeeper.
Okay.
Right? And then she said, art teacher, but I don't have a degree or diploma in any design school.
Then get it.
And then I tell her, like, look, everyone from diploma, all of this, when they do their resume, they always send their portfolio.
Yeah.
So your portfolio is your
makeup.
yeah. So and then she got the job to become an educator at one school. Right, I helped her prep, and alhamdulillah, she got the job. And that job taught her how to, write down syllabus. And now she's teaching on her own. She has her own private class.
Oh, shabas.
That's quite a venture from a makeup artist to owning her own business.
So daripada apa Kahar cakap wah dia ada special talent kan. By just telling him what you can do, dia boleh pinpoint the areas that you can work in.
There's something else about him that I know because he's my housemate, but I'll share it with you later. Maybe we do an extra punya tu, and then after that we can show it. Okay? No, because he can read people.
Uish.
Yeah, so he can. Yeah, nanti kita buat later.
It's a skill you develop over the years.
It's a skill you develop.
Yeah,
And also,
correct.
like, from national service as a platoon sergeant, a lot of times people think that, as a tekong instructor, it's an easy job. But man, you don't know how many suicidal cases that we have to attend to. It's really crazy, bro. So you have to be able to read how people are and so on. But it's just an adding tool for me towards my career to profile people, right?
Yeah.
And this is what I realized. Like, people know, all of us somehow we know what we want to do, but we just need that flick on our back to point to the right direction, and that will really help you to propel further.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. We need to wrap up soon. So, few more questions. Okay. Between you have been living, working both in Singapore and Dubai.
Yeah.
So, what are the kind of differences that you say in the standard of living that you have in Singapore, on your personal experience in Singapore and then in Dubai? What you think that people coming to Dubai then should expect or should be aware when they first come here?
But before we go there, and how would you say is your migration to Dubai
Transition from
transition? Is it a success in your own personal term?
Yeah, it is a success in my own, in my own personal experience. Like because a lot of people when they move from country to country is to internal company movement.
Okay, right.
That is something like, oh wow. Even there was a point one of my friend called me and was like, oh kau dapat kerja senang pasal ni company punya internal movement perlu otak kau.
Kepala otak kau. Nama dia siapa? Kita shout out sekarang. Kita shout out sekarang.
Sabar.
Rul.
Banyak mengucap.
Satu peribahasa kasih. Tak tahu.
So there's
Ikan
always
kekek mak iloi-iloi. Okay.
so there's always this kind of people who was like, dia ni boleh ke? Dia ni budak ni, budak ni. You know, they always have the certain perception of you back in how you are in primary school or secondary school, or like you don't grow, right?
Budak
Because
di
sama
RC
kita,
ni.
budak
di RC ni.
budak di RC ni, budak tak ada harapan, tak ada wawasan. So, I mean, in my like, I built my own opportunity, right? It was not given to me. Somehow, yes, someone reached out to me, but if I have not taken that thing in a different level, it will not come to what it is right now, right?
True.
So it's just how you view it and how you take it on. Yeah. So in terms of standard of living in Dubai, like wow, when I first came here, I was like, oh, food is like really expensive if you eat out, right? A coffee is about $10 thing at least, minimum 30 dirhams.
Don't say the coffee in Singapore expensive, $2.50 nak. Here we pay $10.
$10.
Aduh.
No, actually, even more. Yeah, 30 dirham is how much?
Around 10 lah.
Around 10. Yeah.
Agak-agak
12 lah,
10
around 12 lah.
12. Coffee Spanish latte $12 kau.
Yeah.
Mahal sih.
$12.
Mahal sih.
And then like to just to eat out. So in Singapore we have like the mediocre restaurants and the hawker centers. Right here,
There's no
Mafi.
Tak ada.
Tak ada.
Like straight away you go to a restaurant to eat. Let's say you eat at KFC for example. Busuk $15, babe.
Yes.
After
Right?
conversion,
After conversion,
Conversion.
And then if you go to restaurants and so on, at least 35 sing per person. Just the food and the drink.
At least
At
itu
least.
pun belum tahu boleh kenyang.
So apart from that, but if korang rajin masak kat rumah, wah murah.
Yeah.
Waterfront
Betul,
market,
betul,
great bro.
Yeah.
There are places that you can go to get good deals lah.
Yeah, so like buying meat, if you cook at home, it's cheap. Like, it's really cheap. Like Kahar is really cheap. The prawns, the fish, everything is cheap.
Yalah.
And then in terms
Generally
of like for me, I'm an outdoor guy. I like the beach. So certain seasons there are surfing seasons in Dubai, and it's somewhere within the I think from October onwards, October, November, all the way to February.
Diving
Yes, and diving, I've dived in Oman. And Oman, we've seen whale sharks, we've seen dolphins. So there's quite a number of nice outdoor things for you to do, like going out to the desert, going out to the mountains. Like I've never seen a landscape where you have mountains and desert and sea combined together. It's like it's a different world on its own. So yeah, it's pretty much a different kind of escape. Like in Singapore, to escape you have to go to JB or you have to go out to Malaysia. But within the realms of UAE, you still have all of this. Yeah.
Yalah, it's important lah kita tahu kan there are actually this kind of options are actually readily available. You know, kita go macam kita cari the cheapest way to get something, this kind of thing. Kalau kita datang straight away, macam let's say straight away like buy a car, you know, you don't know how the place is here. You don't know whether the car is actually suitable for this kind of climate. You know, do it slowly lah. Belajar masak. It's fun. Enjoy the process.
Yes.
We macam
Enjoy the process.
Brother kita Hairul lah. Pandai masak. Kari dia. Taste top.
Nasi goreng kampung dia.
Kau tinggal sini kan?
Tinggal sini.
Selalunya aku dengar dia punya kari ayam, nasi goreng kampung. Gadis-gadis di luar sana.
This is a plug for Hairul. Siapa yang ada interest dengan Hairul.
That doesn't give you a passport not to cook if you are married to me. Understand?
Yang malas tak kena boleh masak.
Tu amaran tu.
Sila-sila kan next year kalau dah kahwin cik.
Amin.
Can we cut that out?
Amin.
What kind of statement I'm going to complete it.
Apa lagi?
Okay guys, anyway, Kahar, thank you so much for your time here today. Okay, do you have any final words or final macam nak mati lah or your any advice before we wrap it up?
Advice or anything, or do you have any questions for us also? First thing first. Any questions for us? Mesti tak ada.
I think for people who wants to
Wait, I know. So what do you think of failure?
What do you think of failure?
Habis.
Apa budak tu cakap dulu? Aku nak dengar dulu.
No, it's always come from someone with the kind of background where everything is given to them. It's
perfect,
You have to think back, right? For those students to get high scoring points, you need to go to a kind of facility. Parents need to push all these kind of classes.
Academics.
Without all of these extra classes, you take this up. Will that person still score 4.0 GPA? I don't think so. Right. So
makes sense.
So coming back to that guy, he say, "Oh yeah, failure is something that you don't prepare yourself for something," and then I'm like, "So are you sure? So are you trying to tell me that Thomas Edison is a failure? Like he tried 999 times to find the right element for the light bulb, which is filament. So he's a failure. He's stupid, you know." So the thing is we need to understand that failure is part of process of growing. Right? If you don't try something you don't know, you won't fail.
Yeah.
So you will continue the same recipe as what your family go through.
Right.
Right? So you have to push into an unknown element. Right? And that's how innovation creates. And that's how innovation comes. Even your body of your cell will fail, will die, and then it will tell itself like, okay, I did that and I die. Now I need to do something to twitch. So for me in order to face the same thing, I will not die.
So that's evolution.
Yeah, that's how we are brought. So if you continue to I just want to be stable lah, gini lah, keep on doing the same. I would say routine or the same recipe in terms of career wise, you're just going to be the same. So
very good advice.
Yes, very good advice. So in order to succeed, you must first fail.
Yes.
Kata-kata aku.
Alright guys, thank you so much Kahar for being in our episode. I wish you all the best. Inshallah maju jaya.
Maju jaya.
Thank you.
Okay guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to Tumpuk Tai Unta podcast and the YouTube videos, vodcast.
Selamat malam, selamat tinggal.